Is Apple falling behind in the AI race? Brad Gerstner doesn't hold back. Altimeter Capital's Brad Gerstner discusses Apple's AI challenges, the state of big tech, and why Siri might be losing its edge in 2025. Find out what Gerstner believes Apple must do to reclaim its AI leadership and how big tech is evolving in the AI era.
Given how much cash they have and given what the narrative is on their lack of execution in this area, but what would you advise Tim Cook if he called you and asked your opinion?
Well, you know, I love Perplexity. I think it's a good product. However, I'm not sure that it gets Apple the solution they need on the LLM front. Right, if you really think about where Apple's advantage likely sits, Josh, right, it's on the edge. So they need to develop really lightweight, small models, and now we're seeing this on the open source side, right? OpenAI just released a super powerful small model. I'm not sure that Apple even needs to own the model. But what they need to do is have a deeply threaded partnership with somebody like OpenAI or Gemini with a very small model that sits on the edge that can give us a super-powered Siri, what Siri always should have been, right? In 2025, I have to say, Siri's kind of, you know, it's garbage. It could be 100x. It could be 100x better. But they need to have a small model that doesn't drain your battery. Remember, everybody says, oh, why don't they have this on the phone? Well, the problem is, right, these models are power hogs. And the second they put one of those on the phone and your battery drains in an hour, people will stop buying the phone. So it's a fine needle to thread. They're working hard on it. I think they'll have those things. I don't think it needs to be proprietary. And you know, and the Apple brand is strong enough to stand on its own. I don't think they need to own another brand. Now, maybe if they bought OpenAI in the early days, that would have been a different story. But the fact is, I think they're making good progress. You know, Apple is not one to go make big splashy acquisitions. So I would say stay tuned to the open source and, you know, small model territory when it comes to upgrading Siri.